can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a...
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, as it's called, CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Check 56. Six man. Check curls. Check curls.
They go read option with Wilson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 34. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 32-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Check three, check three, check three. Single, 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 single.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They go read option with Wilson. And he slides to avoid the hit. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On first down, it's Haskins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Play action. Haskins looking long for his tight end read. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check right, check right.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Redskins with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, come on, QB, come on. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Oh!
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 46. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
I'm on. Quick there, quick there.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Bringing him to the ground defensively, Tedrick Thompson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Go, Mike 50, Mike, go. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Put up.
Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Let's go.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Redskin first down.
Buddy up. 50. Hey, get in the weight room.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Now a run with Geis. And he gets it down to the 32. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Got you.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Geis. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Drop deep. Tight dog. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. That's caught at the 3. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 2-yard line.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation.
Stop your whining. Go.
So that'll back him up 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
25.
Here's McKissick. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. It's caught right side. Dixon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Check. Cross.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Snap comes in 1. Now Haskins. Ducks it with a grab over the middle. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Sponge. No.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Thompson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Let's go, D.
49, check 49, check 49.
They run with Thompson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He was taken down by Cassius Marsh.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
And this is caught on the left side, Jerron Brown. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Well, that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. And here's Wilson, operating from the gun. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Agnew now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mark 55, Mark 55. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ready? Come on, D.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Well, now they'll try the end around. And some strong running. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
Mike 51. Watch the pass.
They'll run with McKissick. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, here we go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Quinn. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Haskins able to connect there with Richardson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Haskins to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
56 to Mike, boy.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now it's Haskins. That'll be caught right side by Reed. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Haskins back to the air. And he slings one that's incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again, here's Haskins. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 55. Come on, let's go. Get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike, 55. Check 55. Mike.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little. And I think the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Hey, check 24.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a present.